Hello, beautiful people. Welcome to Japada, the show where we spotlight returnees to Nigeria with a mission, digging deep within to break new ground. Today's guest is a media maven whose voice carries authority, grace, and clarity across stages and screens. From Lagos to London and back, she underwent a journey of finding her voice. Now, voice discovered, her work is the invisible engine behind many visible brands, with remarkable numbers to back it up. She's another exciting beacon of the Nigerian spirit, ready to share her story and insight right here on Japada. Welcome back to Japada. Founder of the Salesville Africa and all-around branding and marketing expert, our guest has mentored and worked with over 1,000 entrepreneurs in digital marketing and communication, empowering them to achieve sustainable growth. And just last year, began the TSVA content studio in the vibrant city of Benin. Honestly, the list goes on and on and on. Welcome to our show, Treasure.
Thank you so much.
It's such a, I'm going to be so corny right now, but it's such a pleasure to have such a treasure sitting here with us.
Thank you for having me.
I think your story is a beautiful one, and it's refreshing to have someone that has built something outside of Lagos. I find that very, very refreshing. And I mean, I have a personal connection to Benin City myself. Yes, my mom is from Edo State. So when I saw that you have a story that is strongly around Benin, it got me excited. So I'm really looking forward to getting into your story and just the journey that led you there.
Okay.
But before we get into all of that, a little more about you. Can you give me a brief background into yourself? So your family background, educational background, and yeah.
Okay, basically my name is Treasure and I'm from Bayelsa State, actually. Yeah, and my mom's from Port Harcourt and my dad, bless his soul, he passed in 2022. He was my favorite person and my everything. And basically we were not raised with silver spoon and all of that, but then my dad and my mom were very particular about giving us the best. So it didn't seem like we had everything inside, but like on the outside, it seemed as though we had everything because we had love. We had parents that were ready to give us everything. So my mom was the one that said, "This law, you're going to study law. You're going to go to University of London and school." And I'm like, I don't want to do law, but if you say I should do law, no problem. And so that's how I found myself, there. But that's like a bit of background about myself. And I'm a marketing expert. I've been doing this now for almost 11 years.
Wow.
And I love what I do. I love what I do so much. I love the fact that it brings me to people, connects me to their lives, and most importantly, the impact that it causes in their own lives. I mean, they now make money, and of course, I get to make money as well.
Of course,
they make money, so.
and everybody's happy.
Yeah.
I love what you highlighted about the relationship between your parents and yourself. You studying law just to make your mom happy, and your parents sacrificing so much just to make you guys happy. It's such a beautiful depiction of the symbiotic relationship between a typical Nigerian family that is rooted in love.
Yeah.
And I'm just so happy that you got to experience that.
Thank you.
Now, what was growing up like? You come across very confident and articulate, sitting across from me right now. Were you always this way, even as a child?
Well, I would say yes or no. So yes, because of my dad. My dad was really, really strict. He was very particular about how he wanted us to be. And my mom too was very particular about my self-confidence, right? So at some point when we were growing up, I had to stop staying with my dad. I started staying with my uncle. But those 4 years really shrinked me and did so much to my person. And it took going back to stay with my mom and, feeling that love again that
Get you back.
basically like brought me back. So I always tell people that I would not be where I am today if not for my mom's resilience.
How old were you at this time?
At this time, I was probably maybe like 14.
Wow.
I honestly don't remember because like a long time ago. At that point, it was moving from Bayelsa State to Calabar. I mean, I've been to like lots of states in this Nigeria. My mom at that time gave her everything to ensure that, see, you've gone through that, but that's your past. You can rise above that. And that's why she was very big on what next, what my future would be like, basically. So, yeah.
Wow.
I would say I owe it all to my mom and then my dad. The question is now, what is your foundation? And for me, it is my family, God, and of course, those that I love. And so these three things being my anchor, I just feel like whatever happens in life, I'll be okay.
You'll be fine. That's a pretty solid foundation to me. Sounds pretty unshakable. And like you said, it's a continuous journey, right? The growth never stops. The healing never stops. And we just have to keeping on.
Exactly.
Amazing. There's so much strength already that I'm drawing from your story. Let's talk now about when you left Nigeria. So I understand you left to study law, right? And you did this.
And funny enough, I was actually already studying mass communication in Maduna University in Okija. Yeah, exactly. And my mom was insistent, it's time for you to leave.
She absolutely wanted something better for her baby.
Yeah.
Wow, beautiful. So why didn't you continue with mass communication, for example, when you went to the UK? Your mom, fair. Okay, so you did this, you studied law for your mom, you went through it, you graduated. Did you practice?
Nope.
Of course not.
When I was done, I just said, I did it for you, take it, I'm done.
Where's the certificate now? Is it in your mom's?
With her.
It's with her, of course it's with her. So clearly you didn't go to law school?
Nah,
none of that.
Funny enough, the reason why I came back in 2019 to start up like law school, but then in the end, I'm like, what's the point? Like, you've already done how many years because of her? So like at this point, it's time for me to live my life and for myself. So I went back.
Fantastic.
Yeah.
So let's talk about you going back. So what were you up to while you were abroad?
Okay, so I was working. So like I said, I've been in marketing for like, very, very long. So my very first job was in marketing. All of my jobs really have been in marketing. And then I was running like businesses on the side. So I had a food business. I was selling stuff here and there, but then primarily the food business. And that was like really, really, doing well. And so I was comfortable. When you come to that place where you're like, okay, now I'm making money.
Life is good.
I have a job. Life is good. So that's what I was up to in terms of what I was doing. And I was also acting. But like stage plays and all of that, but just for fun.
Just for fun. I love that. Yeah. I love it when people are able to tap into their passions, whether for profit or for fun.
Yeah.
It just makes me so happy knowing that people are happy doing the things that they love.
Yeah.
Amazing. So, I mean, it's sounding to me like life was good, like you said, over there in the UK. What made you decide to come back?
The honest truth is, if you had asked me as at that time, would you ever come back? I'd be like, God forbid. I'm not coming back, not turning back. But it was time. Like I said earlier on, for me, my foundation, God, family, and those that I love. And so God is at the center of all that I do. And ultimately, I believe that when you don't live life for yourself, but for God, your life will be okay, right? And it might not always look like it, feel like it, or even be it in the moment. But I mean, He knows your future. He knows what you would be and how you would be, and at the end of the day, He has good plans for you. And so I always put that at my center. So even though, yes, I have my own plans, things I want to do, I always try to ensure that, okay, am I aligning with what God will have me do, where God will have me be? And I know that right now we're in a time where it feels like, what do you mean by God say you should and all of that? But the truth is, at that time, it was very strong and so clear to me that it was time for you to go back to Nigeria. And I struggled with it for like 1 full year because I'm like, why am I coming back? What am I coming to do here? And I mean, I had left for like, at this point, it was like almost 10 years. So I didn't really have friends anymore. And it was so hard, especially because I'm a very chilled, easygoing person, but then I also love community. I love people. So I'm more comfortable in a space where they're like people that I'm comfortable with, I know them. And so I felt like coming back to Nigeria, I felt like a strange land that I don't know anyone but my parents. And so that was like the biggest struggle for me, like the deciding to come back. But then ultimately it was very clear to me, like in my spirit, that I had to come back, and I didn't know what I was going to be doing when I come back. I had
you just
no
had
idea.
to.
I just knew.
So basically, you couldn't ignore that. You couldn't ignore that conviction in your spirit that it was time.
So evident, and I had even people confirming to me as well, and I'm like, what's going on? And so ultimately, I had to just like, okay, all right, Lord, do your thing. Yeah.
Amazing. What were the reactions of the people closest to you at the time when you told them you were moving back?
My mother. What do you mean?
after all the sacrifices
we begged you to come to your law school. You said no, you're not coming back, and now you're saying you want to come back. No, nothing like that. What's your plan? What do you have? Okay, give me. My father was like, okay, so what are your cogent plans? And I'm like,
not cogent.
I have no plans. I don't know what I want to do, but I know I want to come back. So I'm like, okay, let me see if I would want to go back to law school. But then I knew in my chest I didn't want to. I had to just give them that as,
just
a placeholder to just, so in their mind, okay, should I go back to law school? I didn't go back to law school. So good thing was that before I had come back, I started my marketing agency at the time already.
Okay.
So
you started it in the UK?
Yeah, I started when I was out. So like, in my mind, okay, when you come, just continue doing that until you figure out what you want to do, like going forward. So yeah.
Fantastic. Oh, it's sounding like such an interesting story already, and we're going to get fully into it as the show goes on. So I want us to take a little detour and play a game.
Okay.
Do you like games?
It depends.
It depends. No, our game is very demure. It's nothing too serious. It's not dangerous in any way.
Okay.
It's called Niger Slanger. And in honor of your time in the United Kingdom, I have a list of Nigerian slangs that I'd like for you to translate into Queen's English. So, I mean, basically, just tell me what you think the meanings of these Nigerian slangs are.
Okay.
Yeah? Okay. Wither you.
What's wither you again? Like, who is that?
You were close.
Who are you?
Who are you? Yeah, actually, you're right. Yeah, who is that? Yeah, I'll take that. Osalobualaho.
Wait. This guy sang this song. God, please.
Yes. God, please. Inside that your Evian. Another Evian.
Inside that your Juju.
That's Queen's English enough.
Yes.
Yes, that is correct. As how now?
I have no idea.
So that basically means, how do you intend to do that?
Okay.
Right? How do you,
How do you want to do that?
How are you going to do that? Otilofa. Otilofafa.
Wait.
Otilofa.
What's the meaning of Otilofa? Should I know that? Wait. Otilofa is like, you've gone far?
Well, I mean, so that's the literal translation, but it means more, this is beyond me. Like, this is more than me. This is more than I can handle.
This is like beyond what I can manage.
Okay. Exactly.
Interesting.
I did guide.
Guide what? I'm sorry.
Good question. Guide what? Apparently this means I'm managing my funds. So I'm a little low on funds right now. So I did guide.
How come I don't know that?
Okay, how about this? You did wine?
Oh, I think I know this one. Are you joking with me?
Yes. Oh, Treasure is back. They play.
You're joking.
Yeah. Ogun won't kill you.
Ha. How do I describe Ogun? The gods. The gods will take care of you.
Oh my goodness. So apparently that means, do you want to experience the misfortune of the gods on my behalf?
That's so harsh.
That is so harsh. That is so harsh. And finally, no grief for anybody.
Don't accept rubbish.
Yes. Don't accept rubbish. I'll take that. But it can also mean go for your goals without hesitation. Basically, just do it.
I like that.
Yeah, just do it the way Treasure does, right? I think you did pretty well. I'll do just that. So when we come back, I'm still going to be here with Treasure Ernest, getting into her story on coming back to Nigeria and everything that she's been up to since then. So don't go anywhere.
No matter where life takes you, home is never far when you bank with Polaris.
Introducing the Polaris Global Account, specially designed for Nigerians in the diaspora who need to stay connected to banking in Nigeria. Start with just $200, 200 pounds, 200 euros, or 50,000 naira, and enjoy zero account maintenance fees when you maintain a daily balance of 50,000 naira. Should your balance fall below that threshold, a minimal charge applies.
Enjoy multi-currency banking,
Dollar, pound, or euro, along with international transfers, debit cards, third-party withdrawals, and a seamless digital experience on Vault. And with the new non-resident bank verification number solution, Nigerians abroad can now enroll and obtain their BVN remotely. No travel required. Call 23401-453-6279 or send a mail to global@polarisbankng.com to get started today. T's and C's applies.
This is Ogidi, right here in Lagos, the entertainment capital of Africa. We are not just another studio. We're the space African artists have been waiting for. Walk in with an idea, walk out with a masterpiece. State-of-the-art recording, cinematic-grade film production, everything under one roof because your creativity doesn't work in pieces. The console is warm. The cameras are ready. The energy, pure Lagos. From the first note to the final cut, this is where vision becomes reality. African stories, global standard, no compromise. Ogidi Studios, this is where you create.
Welcome back to Japada. I'm still here with Treasure, and it's been going really good so far.
Yeah.
Would you say?
Yeah.
Yes, yay. Okay, so let's talk about you coming back. Now, you mentioned that you came back first in 2019?
2020.
In 2020. This first homecoming, what was that about?
So I wanted to see how it would feel like, because I've been feeling like I should come back. So I wanted to just see, okay, what would I be doing? And very importantly, I wanted to connect to people because, again, I had been away for a very long time. I didn't have friends. So I wanted to make new friends. And so I was very intentional about that. I went for events, went to see people, tried to not be so shy, to talk to...
And put yourself out there.
Nigerians and all of that. So yeah, that's what I was up to in 2020 when I came. And it was very fun, and I had loads of fun. Then of course lockdown. I had fun in lockdown. I don't know about other people. The lockdown was really, really fun for me, and it was nice.
So you came back, you spent a year, and then you ran back to the UK. Why?
It wasn't running.
It wasn't running?
It wasn't running. Again, I came to see how it would feel. So that wasn't like a move.
Okay.
It was like a test.
Test the
and it wasn't
waters.
even up to a year, to be honest. It was maybe 7 months-ish, thereabouts. So I did my testing and I went back.
Okay, with your findings.
Yes, and so I came back again in 2021 and it was the final
The
stage.
final. So what made you make that final decision in 2021 to fully come back?
Okay, so at this point now I had made new friends. That's 1. 2, I had taken time to really, really pray. And 3, I felt like there were opportunities here. Because one of my biggest fears too was, okay, so when you come back, what are you going to be doing, right? And I felt like you have marketing experience, and I feel like anyone that can sell, you can thrive anywhere. You can be broke today, and if you can sell something, you're rich tomorrow.
Yeah.
So seeing that in Nigeria, they're hungry, driven people, very driven people, and then there are lots of business owners here who need my expertise. I'm like, okay,
Might as well.
This is something I can actually like give it a shot.
Yeah.
It's scary, it's new, but of course, why not? So
Why not?
That's the reason why I came back.
Again, why not? I love that. So you came back and you founded the Salesville Africa. What was the vision? I feel like I have a little idea already, but can you tell us a bit more about the vision behind that?
Okay. So, I mentioned that before I came back, I was already like helping and sharing my knowledge online as a marketing expert and everything. So when I came back, I knew I had to take it seriously because at this point, this was all I was doing, for money. But then beyond that, I had gone through, running my own businesses, and I've seen what it takes to build from literally like nothing. And so that passion like drove me to say, okay, let me start helping people. And initially I didn't even know how to charge for it or anything.
Yeah.
It was just sheer passion, not fashion. And so I remember one time I had a session with a business owner, and she was even in Ghana. And I told her, well, we're gonna do it like by 7 a.m. She's like, 7 a.m. When do you wake up? I'm like, don't understand. This was I'm here for. And so I woke up very early, and she was so impressed. It was a free session. She had to pay me. She's like, no, like you came so correct. It was very obvious that you are very passionate about this. And that's when I know, okay, there's money inside this thing. Aside me loving to do it, there's actually like, money in it. And so from then on, I took it really seriously. I started getting to know people in the industry, and it was not smooth.
Not the smoothest sailing.
But it wasn't as hard as I thought it would be. I thought that, you're in a new place. But the thing is that Nigerians are actually very comely. Nigerians are very, very kind. Nigerians are very, very sweet people. I know that we like to have the, bad narrative about Nigerians, but the truth is that the reason why I could stay was because I met amazing people. So even in times when I felt like, this thing, is it working? I had people that were like supporting me that they didn't know me before. Like they didn't have an idea. Some didn't even know where I was coming from. It was just, they had connected with me and they liked my person. And for a Nigerian, once we are for you,
we're for you till the end.
Right? And so I felt that spirit, that love. And for me, I love love because I'm coming from a place of love.
Yeah.
So seeing that I was accepted, and you not always have it in another person's country. I felt like I'm in my country. It felt like home. And the people were there to guide me and say, okay, this is how to do, this is how to go about it. And that was all I needed.
Beautiful. So home welcomed you with the biggest, widest arms.
Yes.
Oh, I love it. And you ran into the embrace.
Yes.
What would you say was the first big break for TSVA, your company?
Okay, so in the first year, it was majorly me just showing my passion, my knowledge and everything. And then I had an encounter with a Nigerian online business coach. Okay. Her name is Nelly Agbogo, and she's quite popular in space as well. So
that's the Niger branch.
Niger branch, thank you. So I had joined one of her classes, and we had a conversation. She's like, "Oh, you're really good at what you do. So would you like to work with me?" I'm like, "Yeah, I'm doing my own thing. I don't want to stop what I'm doing. So if you don't mind me working with you and doing my own thing, then fine." She's like, yeah, of course, that's fine, because I like you and I like what you do and what you represent. I'm like, okay, fine. So I would say working with her gave me a lot of exposure into how to, especially with, how do I explain this now? When you're not staying in Nigeria, you might not know how business is done in Nigeria, because how we do business in Nigeria is different. It's very different. So that gave me the front seat into, okay, so how business is done in Nigeria. It gave me a lot of exposure because again, I didn't know people, but she knew people. So being around her helped me to know the right people, know what to say, how to say it the Nigerian way, all the kind of things. So that gave us at some point I had to hire more staff. In fact, I was not even planning to hire staff because it was just me and my assistant at the time. But then the amount of clients we started having, and again, the demand, there is demand because there are businesses in Nigeria here that want to thrive. And because the average Nigerian is very aggressive, I tell people that if you take a Nigerian to say the worst place on the earth, we can thrive, we can be okay because of that Nigerian spirit that we have, right? So that level of aggression and demand, I didn't foresee that. Actually, working with Niger branch, it gave me a lot. I would always thank her because she, again, Nigerians are so sweet.
Aww.
Nigerians are so kind. Like, Nigerians are amazing.
We really are.
She didn't feel like, oh, you're doing what I'm doing, so she allowed me, of course, one or two issues here and then, but like, that was, I would say, my big break. And then, of course, we started having international clients right from Nigeria.
Okay.
That was shocking to me because I'm like, people trust us. I thought, because again, how people have made Nigerians seem is more like, oh, they can't work with you and whatnot. So I was shocked even when I was now in Nigeria, I had like people in the UK, in the US, coming to want to work with our agency. I'm like, okay, that's actually like a very, very, good thing.
Yeah.
And, yeah.
Which is why it's really important that we keep sharing our stories, right? We need to amplify and basically scream and shout.
Sure.
And tell it as it is, the way things are over here.
Yeah.
Do you think that you could have replicated the amount of success that you have achieved in Nigeria if you stayed abroad?
So I would say yes or no. Yes, of course, because there are people that are doing it over there.
Yeah.
They don't have two heads. And because I'm a very resilient person, yeah. But I would say in the amount of time that the amount of success in the short span of time in Nigeria, of course, like, because I was in Nigeria and I had people, I had support, I had familiar, I don't know how to put it, but like, it was easier for me to scale faster here in Nigeria. That's the honest truth.
Okay.
If I was still abroad doing what I am doing now, I would have succeeded, but it would have taken me like a lot longer, right? But being in Nigeria allowed me to scale really fast. Like I said, after like 1 year, it was like, we're like here and then and so I wasn't even ready for the growth because I'm like, this is a lot.
Yeah.
A lot of money, lots of people to handle, like a lot of things. So like, I'm very, very sure that if I was not in Nigeria, I would not have scaled as fast as
quickly
I
as you did.
But would I have succeeded anyways? Yes.
Yeah,
definitely.
because it's you, right?
Yeah,
It's
because
Treasure.
Yeah.
Sure, we're going to take another break. But before we do that, we do something called the Japada checklist.
Okay.
So there's so many treasures out there, and they're probably thinking, I want to come home, but what is here for me? But I want to do it anyway. If you were to advise such a person on what to consider, what to bring, what to leave behind as they make this move, what would you include on your checklist?
Okay. So I would say the first thing is having the right skill. Because I said earlier that if you can sell, like for me, if you can sell, you can be fine. So for me, my number one skill that I knew that I had that I was going to leverage on, even though I didn't have anything doing back in Nigeria, was my marketing knowledge, my sales skill. So if you're coming back to Nigeria, the question is, what are you going to be doing? What do you have that you can give in exchange as for value? Second of all would be, forget about what to bring really, because once you come here, like, you would find that what you knew and what you had there is not really relevant here. So the main thing to focus on would now be people, community. So for me, before I even like fully moved back, I already had friends. So that's why I came that 2020, you see. So that was very, very, gave me like soft landing. It was easy. I knew where to stay. I didn't have to spend so much because when you come to Nigeria, you're ignorant. Let's not go into that. So the fact that I had come earlier on and I knew people, so the next thing on my checklist would be make sure that you join online communities. If you can afford it, come to Nigeria first.
Test the waters.
Test the waters, because that really, really, really helped me. And when you come, be very open-minded. Of course, the fact that you meet some bad eggs doesn't mean that everybody is bad.
Yeah.
There are bad people everywhere. There are bad people everywhere. So don't use it as you have to say, oh, I said it, I knew it, and whatnot. And then number 3 would be, if you can save a lot of money before you come, please do. Please do, because that would help you ensure that you're not stranded and you're not desperate. Because once you're desperate, you'd start to do anything, and you start to veer off what your initial plan. So if you can, take your time before you quit your job and come. Because for me, I quit my job before I came. Before you quit your job, please save a lot of money. Especially if you don't have one. Shall I get my point? So save money. Ensure that you have community, and then have the right skills. So find out, and even aside skills, like, be street smart. be street smart when you come to
Yeah.
Nigeria. So if you need to go and watch like lots of YouTube videos, go and watch YouTube videos of how to be in Nigeria, how to communicate as a Nigerian, because you don't want to come here and be acting foreign. That's another
Yeah.
thing too. Not come and be doing, I just go back.
None of that.
Yeah.
There's a YouTube video for everything, isn't there?
Exactly, yes, there is.
Wow.
There is.
I mean, Treasure has said it best. You have all the resources at your disposal. There's a YouTube video for everything. So absolutely, absolutely, please come back home. When we return to Japada, I'll still be here with Treasure Ernest, and we'll be going fully into her story behind starting the Salesville Africa. So don't go anywhere. Welcome back. This is still Japada, and I've still got here with me Treasure. And right now, I want to go fully into TSVA, and I'm going to start with your content studio. You opened a content studio in Benin, and
yeah.
I think that's such a big deal.
Yeah.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
When did you open this?
October last year.
Wow, so it's still pretty new.
Pretty new.
How's that going?
It's going well. So I was very particular with doing that in Benin City because of the stereotype that Benin City has, like, in Benin, you know. But then the truth is that Lagos and Benin, let me not go into that story, but it was evident when we did it that people needed it. I mean, there was demand for it. So it's been going well. Again, the people, I just love Nigerian people. They've been so welcoming. People give us recommendations, referrals, and a whole lot. So it's been going well.
Beautiful, beautiful. Another thing I find very impressive about your journey is the sheer number of businesses that you have worked with in various capacities. Over 10,000.
Yeah.
That's a huge number.
That's small.
No, whoa. Okay. Now I'm even more curious to hear what some of your future plans are, if you say that's small. That's a big number, and you should be so proud.
Thank you.
So based on all of the experience that you have garnered working with all of these different businesses, what would you say is the most common mindset block that entrepreneurs have while trying to achieve success in Nigeria?
So I think the first would be that they assume that they need everything to succeed. So let me explain. The average, Nigerian small business owner, right, feels like, I don't have the marketing budget, right? I don't know the right people. I don't have the connections. But the truth is that social media has made it's the leveling ground, right? And that makes it so that you don't need to spend so much. As a matter of fact, even when I work with top executives, when I work with high-paying clients, I always recommend that let's not start off with spending so much, because how do you ascertain that your marketing activity is actually efficient if you just throw money into it? You would not really know if the activity is working or is the money. So we first start off with, okay, let's do certain tailored activities, right, with no money. And then we see the most efficient, that is bringing the most results. Then we now put in money into that, right? That is more smart, and it ensures that you're not spending so much. So generally, for lots of small business owners, the problem is always the fear of not having everything that they think that they need. But you don't really need everything. You don't, look at me, I came back to Nigeria, I didn't have anything, and look at where I am now. And so I always try to tell them that you need to start from where you are right now, irrespective of whatever you feel like you don't have. And the truth is that Nigerians love authentic stories, right? So I found that the businesses that I've worked with that would scale easily are those that would just damn the consequences. I don't have the right camera. I don't have the right budget. But what I have, I will use it well. You'll find that in a very short time, they scale, and they scale so fast. Because again, the Nigerian ecosystem allows for you to thrive where you can be authentic. But the moment you begin to overthink, you're now getting worried and scared about what people will say and whatnot, you will be shrinking yourself. And once mentally you're not there, no matter what I tell you as your coach, you can't do nothing. If you already feel defeated, if you already feel like because you don't have everything that you think you need, and therefore it's an impediment, even when I'm telling you, let's do this, let's do that, you just feel like,
No.
And then secondly, I feel like a lot of small business owners allow I don't want to use the wrong words, but they allow certain people to pressure them when it's unnecessary. My kind of person, I don't really care kind of person, right? So that's allowed me to dare for a lot of things, right? So even though naturally I'm a shy, quiet person, when I need to do what I ought to do, I would do it without caring about what anybody else would think or feel, right? And so if you look at person X doing this in a certain way, and it's not putting you under pressure because you feel like, oh my God, I can't do it the way he's doing it or she's doing it, you are like limiting what your story can be because you can be that person tomorrow, right? So the more you're caring about what I'm under pressure because he looks that way or he's doing it that way, you're just stressing yourself unnecessarily. And it's again always first in the mind. It's first in the mind. If you can overcome that, to be honest, the amount of money that I don't want to make mention figures. I mean, I work with business owners, and when I see their figures, I'm like, in this same Nigeria. I mean, we organize this yearly retreats. We just travel, and then we get to learn, and then we get to have fun. We're going to Rwanda this year. Last year, I was looking at everybody's numbers, like how much they did. There were people in that room that had made 2 billion. 1 billion. I mean, they look like regular, like all of us here. But and they're even saying that, oh, I did not make so much. I have to start correcting that, like, excuse me. You're making 2 billion as revenue in Nigeria, despite the economic hardship.
That's a big
deal. You ought to give yourself a pat on the back.
Absolutely.
Because you did that with no Amazon kind of marketing budgets. You did that with no connection. Like, that's a lot. That's why I'm like, because they are comparing themselves to other people, they're like, oh, I'm not doing so much. But you're doing a lot. If you can just sit down and look at where you're coming from and what you've been able to do in spite of where you're coming from, my God, like that would be so, so powerful. And so I had to correct everybody, all of you,
change your mindset.
Repent. And funny enough, those businesses now, in just this first 6 months, they've made that amount that they made in 1 year.
Wow. So things are looking even better.
Do you understand? Because of first that mind shift, and see, you don't need to be anywhere else to make it. If you're in Nigeria, you can make it. If you're outside the country, you can make it. And especially because Nigeria is your home. Nigeria is your home.
That added advantage.
Do you understand? And nobody can take that away from you. You can leverage and milk that so well. And Nigerians are really, really supportive. I found that in Nigeria, let's say we're both selling the same thing, right? And say they like you more. I might be selling it at a more affordable rate, but because they like you, they'll buy more from you. Imagine that. So it means that if you can just be good with your story, your marketing message, and your positioning, you're good. That's the reason why I love Nigeria.
Honestly, I mean, I'm already here. I live here already, but you're convincing me. I feel like you might have had a solid career in law. Like, I can see you, from hearing you talk, I can see you literally convincing a jury. Do you think that, I mean, I know you've packed your law degree in your mom's wardrobe, in your mom's drawer. But do you think that your law background has had an impact on the business that you've been able to build today?
Definitely, definitely. I mean, the fact that, first of all, I'm very analytical in my thoughts. So if you bring your business to me, you would never catch me giving you generic strategies, for example, because I would look at your business and I would think through it like a lawyer would, for lack of a better word. And that really helps me. So that's why, for example, I mentioned that, it's not about just having a big marketing budget. We need to. So I think I was even having a meeting with somebody, I think it was 2 days ago, and he was like, I just like the way you think. And I owe that to my law degree. Because
so you owe that to who? Your mom.
It's all right. It's okay.
Shout out to mom. What would you say is the biggest success story that TSVA has been a part of?
There are a lot, to be honest. I feel like if I start mentioning some names, some people will not feel like left out. So I won't mention like names of businesses, but I would say that I'll just give hypotheticals and then, So we've worked with a business that literally started from her room. right? She didn't have any store, no nothing. She did not even think she had the capacity to have a store, as it were. And for me, my goal is not even for you to have a store. Like I tell everyone that I work with, the fact that you are leveraging social media doesn't mean that you should want to be a social media business. No.
Yeah.
You should be looking to build a legacy, build a sustainable business. And that's my goal working with any business. Like, how do we ensure that we scale this to the point where it is sustainable without you? So if you die at 100, this business, I want to hear more stories of businesses in Nigeria that are like 100 years old. Like, that's one thing I love about the abroad businesses. Like, you see, for the past 100 years, 200 years. I'm like,
a story rooted in history.
do you understand? And so I really want that. So every time I work with any business, I go with that lens. So we are always like fixing from the bottom back up, right? And so because of that approach, it now looks like, oh, in a short time, they are growing fast. But because we're doing the right thing, I'm not just trying to like, oh, I go and run ads on social media. No, we're starting from the basics of running a business, right? I don't want to go into many details, but like that particular lady I'm talking about, she went from within, I think 18 months. I don't remember the exact time, but right now she has money more than me.
The student shall be greater than the teacher.
And I love it. I love it. She has money more than me. There's another one. She has like 2 outlets right now. She's now looking to get a big. It's like every time she goes to a space, she outgrows it. So she's like, Coach, what do I do? I'm like, me too, I don't know. Right? And so seeing how these businesses can go from literally like nothing to now succeeding in a way that makes you feel like, yeah, it's so beautiful. And the beautiful part for me is that their growth impacts their families. Some of them come from homes where they don't have anything.
Yeah.
And now, because of their success, they can help their family to, scale, to grow, to be more. I mean, that for me is like,
it doesn't get better
it's so
than that.
emotional. And, my birthday last year, I had someone write me a note, and she said that my future is because of you.
Ooh.
And, that got to me.
Yeah.
That got to me. And I had to, I'm getting emotional. Sorry. Sorry. No, I'm not going to cry outside. No, we don't do that.
No, you're not going to see my tears.
Okay, I'm good. All right. So the fact that someone can say that is testament to, I remember when I wanted to move back to Nigeria and I was like, what am I doing? What am I, and looking back in hindsight, I'm so grateful to God that I moved at the time that I did, because I would not have made this much impact, right? The people that I have met, the stories I have changed because of my knowledge, my passion. I can go on and on and on. But
beautiful. You are literally witnessing the start of generational wealth.
Yes.
And it's such a beautiful thing to hear.
Yeah.
Amazing. Oof. On that note, what is a personal goal of yours? I'm sure you have many goals for you and your business in particular, but what would you say is the biggest goal that you have for the Salesville Africa over the next 5 years?
Okay, so the reason why it's called the Salesville Africa is because I believe in African businesses. Like, yes, I love when we get to work with international clients and whatnot, but for me, what is like my bread and butter?
Yeah.
What I want to see in the next 5 years is hundreds, thousands of African and Nigerian-rooted businesses doing so well, irrespective of economy or non-economy, president or... Yeah. So I want that to be my legacy. The businesses that we have been able to scale, that for me is like, I can look at that and I'm like, I'm full. Like, yeah, I'm good. And also, I want Africa to go global, because we can't say we are scaling and we're just scaling, within Africa, within Nigeria. Is that, okay, how can, you see what China is doing, for example? Like, right now, you can't talk about world power, wealth without China. And I feel like Nigeria can get there.
Absolutely.
Right? And it starts with us and what we do now. And that, for me, like I said, will be my legacy in the next 5 years, 10 years, because we're here to stay.
We are here to stay and we're not going anywhere.
Yeah.
What you've just said is going to take us beautifully into how we're going to close this show. And it's by visualizing. Let's dream a little bit. I mean, we all want Nigeria to be the greatest it can be. But when you think about what that looks like for you, what does that look like? What would you consider your Nigerian dream?
Okay, so I would say that I want a Nigeria where being excellent is the norm, especially for young people. Because we find that right now, that is no longer the case, where people just want success overnight. People want Nigeria to be great without being a part of the process of us being great. So you want Nigeria to be great, but I need you to be a part of that process in whatever sphere of life that you are, whatever thing that you're doing, in whatever industry that you're doing. Like, you need to understand that that excellent Nigeria you're looking for starts off with you. It starts with that downfall driver, that woman, selling bole on the streets. Whatever you're doing, let there be a touch of excellence. And I feel like if we all collectively do that, I mean, the skies are our starting point, right? So let excellence be the norm.
I love that. A Nigerian dream where excellence is the norm.
Yeah.
I can't think of a more fitting way to close this, honestly. It's been such a pleasure speaking with you.
Thank you.
And sharing in your successes through this conversation. Your energy and your excitement is very contagious, I really have to say.
Thank you.
And I'm absolutely rooting for you, and I cannot wait to see everything that you get up to in the next 5 years and beyond. Thank you so much for coming, Treasure.
Thank you so much for having me.
Treasure Ernest came back, and businesses got louder, sharper, wiser, and most importantly, profitable and sustainable. She shows us that when you understand your voice, it stops being about volume and starts being about value. To anyone that's watching, if your gift is in your voice, your brain, your heart, there's room for it here. Come home, love home, claim home, and lead others home. Your impact is absolutely needed. I'm Mimi Onolaja, and this has been Japada. We'll see you on the next episode.